Hi everyone, my name is Chastity Haxton. I am 23 years old and I suffer from PTSD, anxiety, and depression. Although my mental illnesses did not develop because of athletics, and a lot of these I developed at an early age, I noticed that during the time that I was a competitive athlete that these side effects of my mental illnesses were the most severe. During the time that I was a competitive athlete, I had coaches putting me on scales. I was forced to create food logs, and I didn't realize how much of an impact that would have on me growing up. I started doing those things close to around the age of 10, 11, and continued all the way up until I was roughly around 16 years old. And during that time, I didn't realize the impact that stepping on a scale every week would have. And I think it was just the pressure and demanding nature of the sport, but I just became infatuated with this idea of perfectionism. And due to having anxiety and depression and PTSD, I became so obsessed with being perfect and losing weight that I found myself becoming suicidal at times. I began to define myself by the number that was on the scale. And I thought that when my athletic career was over, that these tendencies and this obsession would just go away. And around the age of 19, I started college and I became a college diver. And during my time as a diver, I had resources available to me. I did start medication. I was kind of off and on. And unfortunately, I just wasn't ready to admit that I needed help. And my situation began to become even worse as I continued to get older. I developed a negative relationship with working out. I developed eating disorders, and I became stuck on diets and dieting, and developed issues with body dysmorphia. And I didn't reach my breaking point until I realized that I could not even look at myself in the mirror without leaving the house and focusing on my insecurities for the rest of the day. I had scales in my room. I would hide it from those who were also living in my house. Every time I ate, I would step on a scale. Even if I drank water, I would step on a scale. And if I noticed a difference, I felt so bad that I had to go to the gym and run. And it just became an unhealthy obsession. I continued to become more depressed. I couldn't let myself make mistakes, and I was not very kind to myself at all. And the reason why I want to share my story is because I know that there are a lot of athletes out there who may have gone through similar circumstances. And I want you to know that you are not alone. It took me a long time to admit that I was struggling, and it took me a long time to accept help. I also want you to know that things will get better. They will. I am still in recovery every day. Some days are better than others for me. But I just put one foot in front of the other, and I continue to try and find the positive aspects of my life and learn to define myself by more than just my mental illnesses or a number on a scale. Things will get better, and if you are going through something similar, I hope that my story helps and that you don't feel like you are alone.